Here's another fact about that shelter in Lawrence, 119 Winter Street. With all the stuff I mentioned just on the other video, you also have to keep in mind that they have another rule that's mandatory for everybody that stays there. It's called 30 days in, 90 days out. Now, it might be 90 days in, 30 days out, but I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.999% sure that I spent 3 months outside the shelter because it was the rule, and 1 month in the shelter. And that's just the way it is. That's their rules. There's regulations and loopholes that you have to follow. And this one had a rule where you're only allowed to stay so long, and then you have to be out for so long before you come back. And that's to try to get people out of the shelter so they have more beds available. Now, where are these people supposed to go? I don't know. And if you don't have an ID, you can't stay there. You need to have an ID. That shelter at 119 Winter Street requires you to have an ID to go there. As well as after you spend 30 days in there, you have to be outside for 90 before you can come back. That's just their rule. Keep in mind that these places have rules. It's not like you just get a bed. It's not like you have a place to sleep for the night and that's it. It doesn't work that way. A lot of people aren't allowed to stay there. And therefore rules, oh, well, you already stayed here for 30 days, so now you can't come back for 90. Or you have a dirty urine, so you're not, you smoke some pot, so now you gotta wait 60 days to come in. We're not allowing you in. Or you lost your ID, too bad, stay on the street. There's a lot of these regulations that get you thrown out or don't allow you to come in the first place. Or, oh, you have a neurological disorder and the bathroom's too cold. Well, too bad. You have a choice. Either do it or leave. So you have a lot of these rules that stop a lot of people from even getting housed or getting into a shelter. And then when they finally do get in, the housing crisis makes it impossible to find a cheap apartment. And then on top of that, we have no jobs in some states. Like in Massachusetts, there's 20 people trying to fight for each job. And you got people in New Hampshire that want to take the Massachusetts jobs because New Hampshire has cheap rent and the minimum wage in Mass is much bigger. So if you live in New Hampshire, you can pay very little in rent. You can drive your car to Massachusetts, and then you can work and almost get double the salary for the same job. You work at a gas station, maybe you make $8 to $10 an hour in New Hampshire. You go to Massachusetts and you're making $16 an hour. Well, that's a big difference. And you only got to use 2 hours of gas? Yeah, a lot of people choose to do that. But how about the people that don't drive and need a job local to them? How about the people that live in Lowell and just need a job and don't drive? Those people are shit out of luck. And those people are me. I don't drive, and that's a choice I'm making to keep other people safe. Do I get any consideration for making that choice? Of course not. I made a choice to keep everybody safe. Now myself, I would be safer in a car. I really would be, but everybody else would not be. So why are we doing this to people? We do it so the rich can stay rich. That's it. It wasn't always this way either. We used to have compassion, love for one another. We used to care about the well-being of other people. Whatever happened to that, caring about other people's well-being? Whatever happened to going to church? Whatever happened to having a relationship with God? Whatever happened to caring about society and their norms? I'm still doing it, so I know there's a few people out there that still do these good things that God appreciates. But it looks like people are losing their way. They really are. They're just losing their way, and they're gonna lose their soul. People are losing their souls, and they don't care about it.